I'm a head of talent, and I can name these. So I've got an engagement survey. I've got competency model. Like, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself at Callaway because I did all that. Engagement survey, competency models, we built all those things, and I'm thinking like, yay, right? We've got a leadership development program. We've got all of these things.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand like, oh, I've got talent activation. I get to go to my CEO.
Yeah, absolutely, you're trying to do it. Absolutely. If you've got an employee engagement survey, you are trying to do talent activation.
Okay.
If you've got a competency model, you are trying to do talent activation. If you've got some kind of personality assessment that you use, or some sort of leadership development course that you've built, you are trying to do talent activation.
Okay.
The problem with almost all of those, though, is that one isn't doing it very well.
So how do I know if I'm doing it well?
There are 3 criteria. Talent activation happens on a team, between a team leader and a team member. So the first thing is, are your tools built for the team leader's willing, voluntary usage? Most initiatives fail at that hurdle because we have to coerce the team leader to use them. Second, whatever the initiative is.
So I should look at the existing things that I have in place and go, are these things built
for the team leader to use willingly, voluntarily?
Interesting. That's helpful.
Second, do the initiatives involve the real world of real people doing real work on real teams? I say that because many of the initiatives in the talent activation space use theoretical models of theoretical people in theoretical structures. Competency models is a good example. We list out a list of criteria or traits that the perfect person should have, and then we try to measure against a real person against that.
Okay.
That is a theoretical. The team leader goes, I'm not going to pay attention to that because I'm dealing with a real human. Employee engagement surveys are deployed against theoretical teams, org structures, who reports to who. So most employee engagement surveys are not effective because they don't deal with the real-time level of engagement of this real team that I have right now.
So it's not effective because of timing, because it's not happening day after day after day?
No, it's not effective because it's deployed against a theoretical team that's not real. So the second criteria of any effective talent activation initiative is that it involves real people, real time, real work. Most of competency models are models. Employee engagement surveys are deployed against fake org structures.
Okay, can we come back to those things?
Yeah.
And dig into them a little bit?
Sure. The third criteria is that whatever our talent activation initiatives are, they have to be integrated. They have to talk to one another.
Okay.
So the employee engagement work should integrate with your leadership development work, should integrate with your performance management work, should integrate with your personality assessment, because, going back to the first criteria, I'm a busy team leader. I cannot be asked to integrate all these different tools and languages and systems. I'm too busy. So if you ask me to do that, I just won't. I'll take your employee engagement survey and I'll put it in a drawer. I'll take your performance management system, I'll shove it in a drawer. Mm-hmm. I'll take your personality assessment, I'll put it in a drawer. Because my challenge, frankly, in the real world, is not to integrate these different systems. My challenge is how the heck do I turn your talent into performance? All of the complexity that I need is in you. You're so complicated enough. And the work that you're working on is complicated enough. I don't need a whole bunch of different languages and tools and measurements to add complexity to my world, so I'm just going to shove it aside, which is what happens. So many companies do have talent activation initiatives and tools, but using those 3 criteria as our frame of reference, most companies don't do talent activation very well. They're not for the team leader, they don't involve real work, and they're not integrated.
So they're not going to get the outcomes that they...
You won't get performance. And so that's the opportunity that we all have.
You won't please your CEO.
You won't please your CEO.